Hey guys, so if you couldn't already tell by my orange background, today's video is going to be on some things to do prior to school starting / that first week of school just to help you throughout the year. Okay, so one of the first things to do is kind of check out your location and things around your dorm or around your apartment and things that are on campus. So what I mean by things are cafeterias and different food restaurants and little cafes and things like that. So cafeterias, because you're probably going to be eating on campus a lot, and especially if you're staying in the dorms, is you're going to be eating at the cafeterias a lot. It's just kind of a given. So definitely looking at what cafeterias are near your dorm / what cafeterias are on campus, just so whenever you're like in between classes and you want to go get a quick bite to eat, you know where to go. And different like restaurants around your area and around your campus, or maybe on your campus, just so if you ever get tired of cafeteria food, because trust me, you're gonna get tired of cafeteria food, or just for whenever you want to go out to eat with friends and things like that. So maybe there are some kind of like general things like Chick-fil-A, McDonald's, Chipotle, or maybe some like more local things. So I go to UT, so there's Guadalupe Street, and there's tons and tons of different places where you can go eat and hang out with friends and things like that, even though I'm not a very adventurous eater. Some of my friends are, so I know that they did try out a few of the different locations, but I didn't. I stuck to my good old Chick-fil-A and Chipotle. Another thing to look for on your campus or around your campus are different study areas. So you don't always have to study in libraries, but if you do like the library vibe, then looking at different libraries on your campus, but you can also study in different like lounge areas in different buildings, or maybe some like local cafes that are around your area. Just asking around and finding cool places that you can study and just chill out and be productive. Okay, so another good thing to know are different stores in your area, whether it be a Target, Walmart, HEB, CVS, Walgreens, because you're going to have to buy groceries, you're going to have to buy toiletries at some point during the year. So it's just really good to know where the closest location is to you. And then going off on that is, how are you going to get to this location? So definitely look up different taxi services or different bus routes. I know I loved using Google Maps because it told me the bus routes to basically everything, and it was really easy to follow, even though I did get lost sometimes, but that was my fault, not Google Maps' fault. Now, a great thing to do before school starts is figuring out where your classes are, because you don't want to be that freshman who is completely lost on campus and does not know where to go for their first class, because it is quite terrifying. I almost burped. But yeah, I definitely recommend either the day before school starts, or a few days before school starts, or just some time before your first class, go look at where all of your classes are, and especially if you have back-to-back classes where you only have like 10 minutes to get to your next class, definitely figure out where your classes are, because you don't want to show up late on the first day. Okay, so the next thing is kind of optional. You don't have to do it. Is looking into different organizations, or if you want to be in the Greek life, looking into different fraternities or sororities. The reason why I say it's optional is because usually those first few weeks of school, all organizations and frats and sororities have like tables out, and they're handing out flyers and different candies and things. So you might not have to do research. You'll probably just be able to walk to and from your classes, and you can stop if you see something that catches your eye, but it's just good to know. So these next things are just kind of some general helpful tips that helped me out a lot. So number one is always have cash on you, because sometimes you're going to have emergencies, or you might get stranded somewhere. I don't know, it's just always good to have cash on you, just regardless of whether you're in college or not. I just think that's a really great helpful tip, is always carry cash on you for emergencies. So the next tip is, you're going to be balling on a college budget, so make sure you take advantage of student discounts. They offer tons and tons of student discounts, whether it be at different restaurants and different clothing stores, or like Amazon and Spotify. Amazon is one of my favorites, because if you set up an account with your student email, you get 6 months of Amazon Prime for free, and then after your 6 months finishes, you get, I think like discounted Prime. I think it's like 50% off like the Prime subscription price, which is really good whenever you're trying to order books last minute. And then I think Spotify gives like 50% off discount for their monthly subscription. But yeah, use your student discounts. They come in handy. And then just two last general tips that are more on safety is try not to walk by yourself at night, or at least walk with a friend, or text like your roommate, or just text somebody like, hey, I'm walking back to my dorm. I'll text you when I get there. You never know what's going to happen. Most campuses are really safe and they try to keep their safety up, but it's just something that you should always do, and be aware of your surroundings, carry pepper spray with you, just always try to stay safe. And then just another general thing is always have your friends' phone numbers, and then like their parents' phone numbers. I feel like that's just something really important to do, because especially if you're going somewhere not in your hometown and you like moved out of your hometown, usually the only people who truly know what you're up to 24/7 are your friends. So it's really good just to keep an eye out for each other, because if something happens to you, the first people to know about it are going to be your friends. And then somewhere along the way, your family is going to find out. But it's really good if your friends have your phone number, so that if something happens and if there's an emergency, they can hurry up and call your mom, call your dad, call your sister, call your brother, and get you some help. So it's just really good to have your friends' phone numbers for emergencies and their family's phone numbers just for emergencies. So that's the end of this video. I hope you guys liked it. There were just some quick little helpful tips that I thought of and I thought I would share with you. I hope they were helpful. So yeah, this is the last video for the college series. I might film some more next year, or maybe some more during finals week or before finals week if I have time. Give this video a big thumbs up, subscribe, and hook 'em.